You're kidding, I love it, I love it. Now, remember, we have now substituted this, all right, which is amazing. I love our knives, right? So now, maybe when you're doing your salsa party, instead of opening a can of salsa, we go ahead and just use our fresh Roma tomatoes. That's fine, all right, we can do that. But I still encourage you to use and take your can opener with you because, first, it's a great item. I love to talk about it because we've designed this with safety in mind, right? Because it does not cut the top off your can, it releases the seal, all right? So no sharp edges like your regular can opener at home. And when you use your regular can opener at home, you're cutting the top off that can, which means you're creating a sharp metal edge, and you're creating little metal shavings that are falling into your product. Also, if your cans are sitting behind the local grocery store in the alley, there are critters running across the top of that can. And when you go to open your can with your regular can opener, what happens to the lid? It falls into your product. So, I love our E-Series can opener. Now, we were talking about doing salsa, right? But I think y'all know how to make a salsa. But I do want to demonstrate this can opener because I like my word choices for this. Now, when you're at the Gaylord Palms Hotel and you ask them for a can of tomatoes, you must spread the legs of your can opener. Then you're going to place your can opener on top of the can so that that little black handle is perpendicular to the side of the can, which means it's shooting off the side of the can. And then all you have to do is close your legs. I have never opened a giant can like this. So I talk about the fact that, you know what, you might have to go around a few times, but you go around. This is good if you've got a little bit of the carpal tunnel. Oh my Lord. And I say, once you get all the way around the can, you'll sometimes hear a little click. I'm working up a sweat. Oh, there it was. I felt it. All right, now. Spread your legs and take this off. All right, now. You must use this little feature on the side of your E-Series can opener, right? Because people say, right, it happens all the time. The can opener doesn't work. And I'm like, are you using the little bird beak pliers on the side? And they're like, what's that? What are you talking about? And I said, no, you need to use this. It's there for a reason. Because you have released the seal on this can, hopefully. And you're going to go underneath there with your little bird beak, and you're going to get right up underneath the lip of that can, and you're going to pop the top right. Sweating up here, that was like a chore. Not dishwasher safe, so we say not to put this in the dishwasher, right? If they happen to slop on it for any reason, they're just going to wipe it with their towel, all right? Move this out of the way. Does anybody want some salsa? But I love it. You know what? A lot of my customers are motorhomers. A lot of them are campers. This is great for the motorhome. You know, when you talk about feature uses and benefits and how stuff is going to work in someone's home, right? They're gonna apt to buy it. I don't have it here today, but you know, you probably have watched my chip and dip demonstration. There are so many things you can do with our chip and dip, you guys. I'm not going to go into it right now, but you can see my video online. I just love it because, you know, it's a $45 piece of Tupperware. You know, it's not inexpensive. But when you show people that you can do like 8 or 10 things with it, it's very versatile, all right? So I don't mind making an investment in that piece of Tupperware because I'm going to be able to see that I can do lots and lots of things with it, all right? Really quickly, because I do like to talk about my Fridge Smart. Fridge Smart was designed to keep your fresh fruits and vegetables fresher longer than you store them any other way, right? Because Tupperware knew that you were going to the store and you were coming home with your fresh produce and you were pulling open that little drawer at the bottom of the refrigerator. The little drawer that I call the rot drawer. Because everything rots in that stupid drawer, right? So Tupperware was like, what is going on? So they did a study, and their study found out that all of our fruits and vegetables breathe at different rates, all right? Did you know that broccoli is a heavy breather? 3 different levels, high, medium, and low. So they put a lever on the top that slides in between those 3 positions, allowing your fruits and vegetables to breathe at their proper rate, all right? They put a chart on the side that tells us exactly what's a high, medium, low breathing fruit and vegetable, and they've embedded this chart in between 2 pieces of plastic so it will never scratch off or wash off in your dishwasher. Brilliant. The bottoms are designed in such a way to hold your produce above their own moisture. I don't personally like to sit in my own moisture. Neither does your broccoli. So we know that broccoli is a heavy breather, so we slide all the way over because the chart tells us. There's a little circle etched in plastic on the top. That circle is etched open. Open hole means heavy breather. Over here, the little circle etched in top is half open, half closed. That's medium breather corresponding with this level of the chart. Center is closed. Raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, choke them to death, right? Center position, right? But seriously, I've had raspberries and blueberries. You all know, I'm speaking to the choir here, right? But most people in our rooms, they don't know. They haven't heard this, right? 2 and 3 times longer, everybody. 2 and 3 times longer. So this is an investment in the life of your produce. This is an $84 set. Most people think that's expensive. But when you think about what you throw out week after week, month after month, because you buy in bulk and you think you're going to eat in time and you don't, you're throwing your money in the garbage. So I tell people this is a great investment. And this is exactly what I do with these sizes. So red and green seedless grapes, button mushrooms, cilantro, parsley, basil, right? This one's great for skinnier, longer vegetables. So I like this for my green onions, my carrots, my string beans, did I say asparagus? Asparagus. So love our little skinny one, right? And then the deep one here is great for our plums, our apples, our pears. This is the one that I use for my leafy lettuces, right? Because I'm lazy, and I go to the store and I buy my lettuce already in the pre-washed bag, right? Don't judge me. And I come home from the store and I take it out of that bag and I put it in my Fridge Smart right away. Why? Because here's what we do. We make a little salad out of that little bag of lettuce, right? And then what happens? We put a little paper clip on it, don't we? And then we throw that little bag of lettuce over into the rot drawer. And then 4 days later, what does it look like?
Oh, it's slimy.
Sugar, right? Terrible, right? Terrible, terrible. I usually say something else, but I'm in a convention, all right? Anyway, so fresher, longer in your Fridge Smart. Now, these will live in your crisper drawer or on the shelf. They'll be happy either place, all right? I encourage people to take their produce out of what they purchase it in. Don't stick it in here in the bag. Take it out of what you purchase it in, naked, dry, and dirty. That's how we like it at Tupperware. If you feel that you need to wash first, make sure you dry well, right? Because we're going to try to keep the moisture level down in these containers. So anyway, I love that you guys know your featured uses and benefits, all right? Know how to talk about this stuff. I know I'm going to go off script here in just a minute, but if you're brand new and you've never done a party, I do a training called my little foam flowers or whatever. I'll try to get it to you guys. But I put the name of the product on one of those foam flowers that you get like at the craft stores. So Fridge Smart is on the flower. And then on the back, I put the featured uses and benefits on the back of this product. And then when my guests are coming in, especially for new consultants, you're passing out those little daisies to people. And then when you're all set up to do your demonstration, be like, okay, so who has the Fridge Smart daisy? And the girl raises her hand. I'm like, tell us a little bit about Fridge Smart today, Michelle. And she's like, oh. And she flips it over, and she's like, la, 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 la. And you're just standing there, hey. Until you get the words down, have someone else do it for you. Why not? All right. So we talk about the kit, right? And then I get to a place in my show where I talk about the Say Yes offer. I've demoed it or I haven't, but I talk about the value of the kit, right? I talk about the fact that, the can opener was 35. I think this is 31, so now we're going to change. So 31. And then our Power Chef, which I hid, is 69, right? And then our 3-piece bowl set is 35. So I'm like, do the math, all right? $100, $99 down, $100, $99 down, right? And you're thinking about all the other products that are in here, just the value of this kit, you know? Come on, join us at Tupperware, right? Because this is really great. You've seen this, right? We've talked about the knife and everything, so this is a really great value, all right? So I also talk about our bowl set, because you know what? A lot of people say they already have bowls, right? Do you ever go to parties and people are like, no.
I don't need any bowl.
I don't need another bowl.
Yep.
But I talk about our bowls because you know what? They're great for mixing, storing, and serving. Not necessarily for microwave. We have other products for that. So mixing, storing, and serving only with these. I love the colors. I didn't bring it with me, but take an old piece of Tupperware. The old Tupperware that was from Grandma's, right? That had no color in it, right? And just talk about how beautiful our Tupperware is now. I just love the colors that we have. It's amazing. So mixing, storing, and serving only, all right? And what's nice about this bowl set is each one of these bowls nests one inside of the other. So it saves space in your cabinet because really only the blue bowl is taking up space because these two are living inside the blue bowl. And they nest with their seal on, so you always know where the top of the bowl is. It's on the bowl, all right? You don't what happened to the seal? All right, so love that that's like that, all right? Now, this is something else I do at my parties too. Dee's and Kevin's. So, we talk about this. And I say, look, I'm cleaning up after the party, and I know this happens, right? We're cleaning up after the party, and the hostess is putting food away. We're packing up to leave. And the hostess is like, oh, wait a minute. I got all that food to put away. Let me go to the cabinet and let me grab my Tupperware. And she pulls this out of the cabinet. First of all, this is not Tupperware. We're a brand name. It's like Kleenex. Not everything you blow your nose with is Kleenex, all right? It's a brand name, all right? But, because everyone relates to this, right? This is a bowl set in most people's houses, all right? And I tell the stories and I'm like, and this is a true story. I had a grandmother that would never throw away a Cool Whip container to save her life. I think she thought the Cool Whip people were going to come to the trailer and take her away. So, and I would go to her house and there would be hundreds of these, and she usually stored them in the dishwasher because she never ran the dishwasher. That takes up too much power and energy. So let's just store all these in the dishwasher. And true story, one day I went to butter my toast, I went into 8 Imperial margarine tubs trying to find butter. I found the macaroni salad, I found the mushroom salad, I found this salad, I found that salad, I found everything but the butter, all right? So I tell people, throw this out. Put it in the recycle, invest yourself in a nice Tupperware bowl set that's going to last forever, right? And I say, do not ever microwave this plastic into the microwave, because I say, I don't know what might happen to you. You might glow in the dark. I don't know. So throw it out. Do not be using that. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news. Okay. So we've talked about dating. We've talked about recruiting. All right. We've talked about how we're going to leverage this. Right. I've talked about the fact that you want to take items to help supplement your kit. Once you get a chance to do that, supplement your kit. I will sometimes take things from the sales catalog. All right. I love our sales catalog. I learned something not very, very long ago about the sales catalog, though, because I like sales. I feel like I need to talk about the sales. I don't know about that now because I've kind of changed my mind. Because you know what? If you go into a department store and you're looking for something on sale, do you know where to go to find that stuff that's on sale? Of course you do, all right? And if I talk about a $12 item out of here, I'm giving that person permission to only buy a $12 item. Think about that. All right, so sell big, Always have this there. Always have the attendance offer at your checkout, because I'll say, oh hey, you're here at a Tupperware party, you get to add this on to your order if you want to. And that's called upselling at the end, right? So we can upsell. Oh, and the same with purchases. If I see that she spent $150,